For you. I hope you're having a good time. If you are, clap for them. They love to hear it. We come up here and work on stuff. We have a good time. Some of the stuff we've done a couple of times. We have a good time. Just want to make you laugh. Next Sunday from MTV, the movie 50 First Dates, VH1, the one and only Adam Dye will be headlining. That show will be free. You know Adam, clap. Adam is fucking amazing. Every time he comes here, he sells like 15, 20 fucking CDs. He's awesome. We're going to keep this thing rolling right now with Mr. G.D. Fenderson coming to the mic, guys. Good up for him.
Really got to pee. All right, another hand for Mark Miller. That's M-A-R-K, so you don't, in case you mispronounce it, it's a K, not C. I'm G.D. Fenderson. I'm from Baltimore. Not Baltimore, Baltimore. When I was little, I used to get made fun of by the way I talked, the way I walked, being a prissy little kid who didn't eat crabs because he didn't want to get his hands dirty. And that's all true. I did not like crabs because I got my hands dirty. But as I got older, the more I dated, the less I liked crabs. Now, it's not for what some of y'all are thinking. I don't like crabs now because it's like dating a really, really thin woman. There's too much work for too little meat. I'll let you think about it, but not long, because I got time here, I gotta do this here. Now, I'm the youngest of 4 kids. My mother and father had 8 different ways of raising the 4 of us. But they had one goal in common. That goal was to keep, 2 goals actually, because she had boys and girls. They wanted to keep my sister from being a stripper, and they wanted to keep all the boys from going to jail. Now, the plan half worked. My sister did a little time in jail, and I used to be a stripper. Now, my father's plan for me to keep me out of jail was to teach me life skills. Taught me how to cook, clean, sew, do laundry, and how to behave when I'm being stopped by a police officer. Have my license and registration ready, hands at 2 and 10 on the wheel, and to say my alphabet under pressure, because that's what they have you do. They pull you over. Have you been drinking? Yes. My last beer was 3 hours ago. Which is true. My last beer had been 3 hours before. My last screwdriver was 20 minutes before. But if you lie to the cops, they can tell you're nervous. So I didn't lie to them. My last beer 3 hours ago. Can you say your alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G is enough. Can you say it backwards? Now, the reason why police ask you to do ridiculous things is not because they expect you to do it. Don't feel that pressure. They say that because they want to hear you say this. Shit, I can't do that sober. That's why they say that. They don't care. They'll ask you almost anything that's ridiculous, but that's what they want to hear. So they said to me, can you say your alphabets backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, Q, P, N, L, M, L, M, K, H, I, J, no, J, H, I, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Cop goes, fuck. Thanks, Dad. Teaching me alphabet under pressure. Now, my mom's method to keep me out of jail was she kept the house like a prison and tried to scare me straight. And it worked. But I'm gonna tell you now, I'm a snitch. All those people says don't snitch, no, I'm a snitch. My mama raised me to be a snitch, okay? If you do something, I'm gonna tell. Andrew did it, he brought his friends in, it was Andrew, and Jimmy helped him, and Mark was part of it. I will tell. I'll snitch. Quick to heart. Honest. So, having said that, to this day I never told anybody that my brother and I stole a bag of potato chips and a soda from 7-Eleven for my big sister on Doveville Avenue on Friday afternoon when we were kids. Never told anybody that. I don't know how my mother found out about it, but she found out and she punished me and my brother. She sent us to our room. We shared a room. There's nothing worse than spending 3 days locked in a room with someone you don't like anymore. And my brother and I, we were starting to hate each other because he was doing this to me. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That's torture. It's torture. And that's when I realized I didn't want to go to prison because I figured that's what prison was like. It was two grown men in a little room, one of them going, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. And the other man is like, come on, I can't take it, touch me already. Uh-oh. ZYXWVU. Under pressure. Now, my brother and I got into an argument because he thought I told, I thought he told, and he wanted calling me an MF. Only he said the word. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you, we're in trouble. Now, first of all, I was already in trouble because we're punished for 3 days. I was just trying to earn privileges. Now, the privilege I was trying to earn was to watch my mother beat my brother's ass. That was my privilege. And it was like, I'm telling. Ma! Ma! Ralph called me a motherfucker. He what? Called me a motherfucker. Oh, Ralph gonna get it, Ralph gonna get it, Ralph gonna get it. My mother comes in the room and she looks at Ralph and she says, what did you call Glenn? What? I didn't hear you. Motherfucker. And she starts going into a lecture. No, that wasn't the deal. She was supposed to beat that ass. I'm pissed off. She was supposed to beat him. Because my mother's lectures were weird. She had a formula. She started off with telling you about her health, and then it went into invoking God's assistance, and then telling you how bad you were, and then it got real strange. By the end of my mother's lecture, you're going, what the fuck was that about? I mean, we had the lecture for don't steal. We had the lectures for treat everybody the same. We had the lecture for condoms, which to this day makes me a little queasy having that conversation with my mother, because it had the standard stuff like condoms prevent STDs, prevent pregnancies, but then it got weird, and it goes like, Lord, you know, your father and I don't always get along. We have a lot of fights, but you know, you gotta respect a man that can fill out a Magnum. ZYXWT. I mean, after all, a man just wants respect. So, now back to the real lecture. I was talking about the MF lecture. My mother looks at my brother and she says, oh Lord, I am tired. I am so tired. Oh God, I'm so tired. Jesus, Lord. These heathen children of mine. I try to raise these children right, and I turn my back, and you're in here calling each other motherfuckers. It's motherfucker. There's a T and an H in there, not two V's. Okay, it's not VV like the French say, W. It's TH, and it's not AH, it's ER. Motherfucker. 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 Can you say that? Motherfucker. Head up, back straight. Look me in the eye when you say that. Motherfucker. So when you make fun of the way I talk because I say I'm from Baltimore, yes, I'm from Baltimore, motherfucker.